Welcome to our deep dive into R.F. Kuang's Poppy War trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go beyond just like the plot points of these three books, the Poppy War, the Dragon Republic, and the Burning God.
Okay.
To really like dig into the power dynamics, the magic system, and those harsh realities of war that Kuang just throws at us.
Yeah, you're in for a ride.
Oh, yeah.
These books are not your typical fantasy.
No.
Kuang tackles some really complex themes like colonialism,
Yeah.
trauma, and, she really shows how those forces shape characters and entire societies.
Okay, so let's start with Rin.
Yeah.
She's an orphan and facing abuse and poverty.
All right.
She has to fight for everything just to exist,
Yeah.
let alone to thrive.
It's really fascinating to see how all those early experiences just forge her character.
Yeah.
Like she develops this incredible resilience, that grit that gets her into Synagard, the elite military academy.
Yep.
But it also leaves these deep scars that really impact her choices throughout the whole trilogy.
Throughout all three books.
Yeah.
If you remember, she makes a deal with Tutor Fayek
Oh, yeah.
for opium
Yeah.
just to stay ahead of her studies.
Right.
I mean, that's dedication, but it's also,
It's pretty desperate.
yeah, for someone so young,
Mm-hmm.
it's a red flag.
Definitely.
It makes you wonder, is this ambition or is this already like a little foreshadowing
Oh, yeah.
of the lengths that Rin is willing to go to?
It hints at it, for sure.
Even at the cost of her own well-being.
Totally foreshadowing some of her later choices.
Yeah.
I mean, Synagard is brutal.
Yeah.
It's a pressure cooker
Yeah.
that pushes her to the limit.
Think about using needles to stay awake.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, she's forged herself into a weapon.
Right.
What about the long-term consequences?
Exactly.
And then there's the power
Oh, yeah.
of the
There's
Phoenix,
Phoenix.
this mythical force of fire and destruction.
Yeah, it's
It's not just cool special effects.
no, it's not just like visual.
Yeah.
It's
She goes through agony
she's so much agony to wield it.
to wield this power.
Yeah,
The Phoenix is a force of nature,
it is.
and the price of shamanism is steep.
Yeah, you see her physical and mental state deteriorate
Yeah.
as she taps into this power.
It's scary.
And then there's the danger of the Chulu core,
The Chulu core.
the void where the gods reside.
Right.
It's tempting, but it's also a trap
It's a trap.
for shamans, a place where they can lose themselves.
You almost wonder if that kind of power can even be controlled.
Right.
The more she uses it,
Yeah,
the less she seems in control.
she's losing it.
And that makes me think about the political landscape, too.
Oh, yeah.
There are betrayals constantly, shifting alliances. You
Yeah.
can't tell who to trust.
Yep.
The Sickies, the Federation.
Right.
Even within the Nakaran Empire.
It's a mess.
A mess.
Yeah, it's like a mirror to Rin's internal struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The external world is just as chaotic
It is.
and unpredictable.
As the power that she's wrestling with inside.
And Kuang does not shy away
No, she does not.
from the messy realities of war.
Ugh, no.
The massacre at Golain, the burning of Spear.
Oh, horrible.
These are pivotal moments where you see the human cost,
Yeah,
the ethical dilemmas that these characters are forced into.
it's rough.
And Kuang really makes you feel the weight of those choices.
Oh, for sure.
It's not just battles and strategy.
No.
It's the impact on individual lives.
Yeah.
The trauma,
So much trauma.
the moral compromises, the public executions, the use of fear,
Yeah.
the manipulation of the psych soldiers.
Ugh, it's chilling stuff.
It is chilling.
It really makes you question, where are the boundaries in war?
Yeah.
Are there any lines that shouldn't be crossed,
Right.
even for survival?
Right.
Are those lines even relevant when the stakes are so high?
When it's life or death.
Yeah, you see these characters grappling with these questions, and there are no easy answers.
And speaking of complex characters,
Oh, yeah.
Naja. Initially, he's the arrogant bully at Synagard,
Right.
but there's so much more to him
Yeah.
as the story unfolds.
He is a great example of how Kuang subverts expectations.
Totally.
His relationship with Rin is so multi-layered. There's rivalry,
Mm-hmm.
but also like grudging respect,
Yeah.
and ultimately a connection forged through their shared trauma.
It's such an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
And you get hints about his own potential shamanic abilities,
Oh, yeah.
his own internal struggle for control.
It's got that darkness in him, too.
Yeah, it adds another layer of intrigue.
It's like their journeys are running parallel.
They are.
Even if their choices end up being different,
Right.
they come from similar backgrounds,
Some more pressure.
face similar pressures.
Yeah.
But the paths that they take diverge
They do.
in really interesting ways.
And then there's the trifecta.
You trifecta.
The gatekeepers, the viper, and the warrior.
Yeah, yeah.
Their legends are woven into this present conflict.
Right.
But you never quite know if they're heroes or villains.
Or something in between.
Yeah, or something in between.
Yeah, they add this element of myth and ambiguity, representing all these different aspects of power.
Right.
How it can be used for good, for evil, or for something we don't even fully understand yet.
Something we don't understand.
Right.
The parallels between them and the main characters.
Oh, yeah.
Rin, Alton, and Daji.
Interesting.
Are definitely worth thinking about.
Definitely.
Are they repeating history or are they breaking free from it?
Yeah.
It's left open to interpretation.
It is.
And that's just scratching the surface of the Poppy War.
Yeah.
In the next part, we'll delve into how these themes and characters evolve in the Dragon Republic.
I can't wait.
But before we move on,
yeah,
what are your thoughts so far?
What's standing out to you?
In this first installment of the trilogy.
Yeah. What do you think, listener? Yeah. Is there anything that's really resonating with you?
Yeah.
Maybe a specific choice that Rin makes? Or a theme that's hitting close to home?
Yeah, what do you think?
So picking up with the Dragon Republic, we see Rin really grappling with the aftermath of the Poppy War.
Yeah.
She unleashed incredible destruction, you know?
Right.
Tapping into that Phoenix's power.
Oh, yeah.
In a way that terrified everyone.
Including herself.
Yeah, including herself.
Yeah.
The war with the Federation might be over.
Right.
Now she faces a whole new threat.
A new threat.
The Dragon Warlord.
Yeah.
Her former teacher who's vying for control.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Nakara Empire.
So her relationship with power has really shifted.
It has.
She's not just surviving anymore.
No.
She's a war hero.
Yeah, she's a symbol of hope.
Yeah.
But that comes with its own kind of pressure.
A whole different kind of pressure.
Yeah, a huge weight of expectation.
Right.
Plus, she's still dealing with the trauma of everything she's been through.
Oh, my God.
The memories of Ghislaine's spear.
Right.
Those scars, they run deep.
They do.
She's trying to find her place in this new world while still battling her own inner demons.
And her reliance on opium to cope with the pain.
Oh, yeah.
And the Phoenix's influence becomes a major concern.
Yeah, it's a constant temptation.
Yeah.
A way to numb herself.
To escape.
Yeah, to escape all of that.
The dangerous path.
So dangerous.
Yeah.
There's this one scene where she's on a ship with her fellow soldiers, desperately trying to control the Phoenix, and her friend Baji, another powerful shaman.
Baji.
He tells her it gets easier every time.
Oh, God.
Eventually, you learn to exist on the precipice of insanity.
That line gives me chills.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It really highlights that tightrope she's walking between this immense power and just completely losing herself to the Phoenix.
And it's during this time that her relationship with Kite deepens.
It does.
He becomes like her anchor.
Yeah.
Trying to keep her grounded.
Right.
When she's tempted by that darkness.
She's trying to hold on.
Yeah.
Their connection is so intense.
It is.
Partly because they're both bound to the Phoenix.
Right.
It makes their bond stronger.
But also more volatile.
More volatile, for sure.
It's a double-edged sword.
Absolutely.
And as the story unfolds, Kite starts to have doubts.
Oh, yeah.
He sees the devastation that Rin can cause. And questions the cost of her power.
Right.
He even wonders if the Hesperians are right.
Oh, wow.
That shamans are dangerous agents of chaos.
Yeah.
And those doubts create this rift between them.
Right.
Yeah, Kite's questioning forces Rin to really confront her own beliefs about power and the nature of the gods.
It's a really pivotal moment in their relationship.
It is.
It challenges the foundation of everything she thought she knew.
And then Naja re-enters the picture.
Oh, boy.
Adding another layer of complexity to Rin's life.
Oh, yeah.
Their dynamic is explosive.
Oh, it is.
There's anger, resentment, but also this undeniable attraction.
That tension is palpable.
Yeah, there's also like an understanding, this shared experience of wielding power.
Right.
And being feared for it.
They recognize something in each other.
They do.
That other people just don't.
There's a scene where Naja calls her out on her struggles, saying, you're acting like a child.
Right.
You're a general geyser. Rin, do your job. It's harsh, but also revealing his concern.
He does care.
Yeah. He sees her potential, but fears what she might become.
He's trying to push her to step up, to own her power and her leadership.
And speaking of leadership.
Oh, yeah.
That's a key theme throughout the Dragon Republic.
It is.
Rin faces constant tests, not just from enemies, but from her own allies.
From the people she trusts.
Betrayals are a recurring theme.
Oh, yeah. You never know who to trust.
The political landscape is a minefield.
It is.
She can't trust anyone. Oh. And she's forced to make some morally questionable decisions herself.
Oh, yeah.
Think about the burning of Spear. She finally confronts the truth about what happened.
It's rough.
And it's devastating.
Yeah, that revelation is a turning point.
It is.
She realizes the true extent of her power and the burden of responsibility.
It's a lot.
It pushes her down a path of vengeance and destruction.
And then there's Altan, the enigmatic shaman who trained her in the Poppy War.
Yeah.
He's back.
He's back.
But he's not the same.
Something's different.
Yeah, something has changed.
His transformation is both fascinating and frightening.
Oh, yeah.
He's become so obsessed with the idea of creating an army of shamans.
To conquer the Empire.
Yeah, to conquer the Empire.
And he sees Rin as the key to his plan.
She's the key.
Yeah, it's like he's been consumed by the very power that he sought to control.
Yeah, his descent into madness.
It's scary.
It's a warning about the dangers
of
unchecked ambition.
It raises those important questions about the nature of the gods.
Right.
And the consequences of trying to harness their power. It's for personal gain.
For your own selfish desires.
By the end of the Dragon Republic, Rin makes a decisive choice.
That she does.
To break away from the Nakara Empire and forge her own path.
A new path.
Yeah. She's stepping into the unknown.
Totally.
Armed with her power, her rage, and a determination to reshape the world.
Wow.
But it leaves us wondering, what will that world look like?
All right.
And at what cost?
It's a powerful cliffhanger.
It is.
The Burning God promises to be a thrilling and terrifying conclusion.
For sure.
To Rin's journey.
But before we jump into that, have you noticed any parallels between Rin's experiences and real-world figures or events?
It's fascinating to think about how Kuang weaves in those reflections of history and power dynamics.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, listener, what do you think?
So the Burning God picks up with Rin leading this rebellion against the Hesperian Empire.
Right.
And she's allied with the Southern warlords.
Yeah.
Who have faced so much oppression and marginalization for so long.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's a total David and Goliath situation.
Oh, yeah.
With Rin's ragtag group.
Yeah, they're the underdogs.
Going up against this technologically superior force.
That's a tough fight.
And that's really where the theme of colonialism takes center stage.
It becomes really clear.
You see how the Hesperians just view the Nakara as inferior.
Right.
Like they need their civilization.
It's that classic colonial mindset.
Yeah, it's a stark reflection of historical patterns of colonization.
Oh, absolutely.
The belief that one culture is superior over another.
Yeah.
The Hesperians have airships.
They do.
They have weapons that can wipe out entire cities.
Like that.
In an instant.
Instantly.
Their technology is so advanced.
It's unbelievable.
It almost seems magical.
Almost like magic.
And their whole worldview is based on this order and efficiency.
Right.
And they have this unwavering faith in the divine architect.
The divine architect.
Their version of a god.
It's so different.
It clashes completely. With the Nakara's connection to nature.
Right.
And their more chaotic pantheon of gods.
Yeah, a totally different way of seeing the world.
And Rin is caught right in the middle of this clash of civilizations.
Yeah, right.
Trying to protect her people while facing these impossible odds.
She's got a lot on her shoulders.
And it forces her to consider using the same brutal tactics that have been used against her.
That's a tough one.
Her morality is pushed
to the limit.
To the breaking point.
Yeah.
She's prepared to do whatever it takes to win.
Whatever it takes.
Even if it means making these morally questionable choices.
Right.
Think about her decision to burn down an entire city.
Oh, wow.
It's horrific, but she justifies it as a necessary evil.
It's a survival situation.
Yeah, in this fight for survival, you see her descending into darkness.
Yeah.
Becoming consumed by this belief that she's the only one who can save her people.
She's the savior.
She has to become a god.
A god.
A force of destruction.
Yeah.
To defeat the Hesperians.
It's scary.
There's this chilling scene where she tells Kite.
Yeah, what does she say?
I am the force of creation.
Oh, wow.
I am the end and the beginning.
That's a lot.
The world is a painting.
Right.
And I hold the brush.
Oh, my gosh.
I am a god.
She's gone full god mode.
It's powerful, but also deeply unsettling.
Yeah, it's scary.
She's reached the pinnacle of her power.
She has.
But at what cost?
Exactly.
It's heartbreaking to watch the growing rift between her and Kite.
I can imagine.
He sees what she's becoming. and desperately tries to pull her back from the edge.
He's trying.
But she's too far gone.
Yeah.
Their final confrontation is gut-wrenching.
Oh.
He pleads with her to remember who she is.
Remember Rin.
To let go of the phoenix.
Yeah, let it go.
But she refuses.
She won't.
She's convinced she has to embrace this power.
This destructive power.
To defeat the Hesperians.
No, she can see.
And the final battle.
Oh, yeah.
Words can't even describe it.
It's intense.
Kuang pulls no punches.
No.
In depicting the sheer brutality and chaos.
Yeah. It's all there.
The magic technology, the desperation on both sides.
Like you feel it.
You really feel the weight of the conflict.
Yeah.
The countless lives lost.
Right.
The sacrifices made.
She doesn't shy away from the human cost of war.
And the ending.
The ending.
It's not what I expected.
Really?
But it's perfect. It's tragic.
Yeah.
Yet hopeful.
Hopeful.
Leaving you with this sense that history repeats itself.
Right.
But the human spirit endures.
Like a powerful message.
It underscores that even in the darkest times, there's always that possibility of resistance.
Right.
Of fighting for a better future.
Yeah, but it also raises the question.
It does.
What does victory really mean when it comes at such a terrible price?
That's something to think about.
Yeah.
This trilogy has been an incredible journey.
Oh, it has.
Dark, brutal, but also breathtakingly beautiful.
Right.
And thought-provoking.
Yeah.
Kuang's writing is just phenomenal.
She's an amazing writer.
It's a story that sticks with you.
It does.
Long after you finish the last page.
Yeah, it makes you question everything.
Everything?
Power war, the choices we make.
Yeah.
And the consequences that follow.
So, listener, if you haven't experienced the Poppy War trilogy yet,
you gotta check it out.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
But be prepared for a wild ride.
Oh, yeah.
A deep dive.
What?
Into the complexities of humanity.
Right.
And the choices that we make.
Yeah.
When we're faced with impossible odds.
Some tough choices.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Keep exploring.